Good morning. Welcome to Trade Talks. So, we'll be having weekly review on how the market behaved last week and what we expect in the coming fourth week. This is basically on Nifty and Bank Nifty indexes, both the indexes, and how we can plan the trades for the coming week and how did we perform last week, what were the trades we have taken, and how did the market panned out last week, as well as on the coming week, what is our trade plan, what are the trigger points, what we need to see, watch out levels, and where we can take possible good trades with high probability. So this is the nutshell where we'll be discussing uh, on the broader perspective of market. So let's start. Last week was as expected range bound 17,250 to 16,800 levels. As this was a continuation week and the momentum is fading out on Nifty, so I expect somewhere market to be to extend this range. So this is Nifty, where the consecutive the three green candles with slightly less momentum closing gives a hint that on the broader perspective, Nifty might pause a bit. The bearish move might not continue as aggressive as expected. There might be short covering rally, relief rally, which is expected on the upside. And if the momentum picks on the international market, on commodity front, on bond market, if the momentum picks up, then there would be a very serious downfall till 16,655. And if it doesn't halt there, then it might go even down. So as Nifty is somewhere between 6945 levels, and there is a spike in IB as well. So it's better that we expect that is the range might expand, and it might not be just 400 480 levels. It might even go beyond 500 550 levels as well. So this is what it is. Last week was basically very tight range market where it respected both the levels on the upside as well as on the downside. So people are there expecting market to go up. People are there expecting market to go down. So there will be chaos between all these levels. Once it goes above, there will be people who want to capture the longs. So there it might trigger a long short covering rally as well above this. And if it goes below, so there is a very high possibility that it might trigger long unwinding. Those were people having longs here, long unwinding, SL hitting very sharply. So that would take Nifty very aggressive to 16,600 undercutting September lows. So as market is in very narrow range and the momentum is fading, so it's better that we expect that this range might extend. So this is what it is. So the possible scenarios are these: like market might open, it might go and honor this supply zone again, a small pullback, and the rally continues on the upside. It might trigger short covering rally. One possible scenario. Second scenario is this, and market might do some time correction at this particular place. And then there is another scenario where market might slowly grinding this in this range itself for a very long period, almost a week or so. And then if it triggers somewhere shorts again, so it might go below, undercutting this one somewhere below here. And if there is a very good momentum on the downside, then it might go below September lows, hunting for liquidity, and then pulling back up very sharply. So these are the all five scenarios which I expect that market might happen. Yes, there is one more possibility that there might be a severe downfall which might take to 16,500 and then to 16,000 levels. If there is a range extension and there is a momentum picked up on the downside, and if it closes below 16,600 levels, with a strong momentum, then we can expect 16,000 levels as well. And on the upside, if the market picks up momentum beyond 17,260 levels, 300 levels, then there is a very high probability that it might even go till 16,000, 17,600 levels. So the broader range, I would expect market to be somewhere between 16,600 to 17,600 for the coming week. If there is a range extension, it might happen on the upside, which I feel so. There is a very high probability that it might trigger a short covering rally, a relief rally till 17,450 at least. So on the upside, and if the momentum picks, as this is a range market, if the momentum picks and the trend continues, then it might take beyond September lows. That would be very convenient because the liquidity here is massive. So if the liquidity is hunted at this particular place, uh, and if market reverses, then that would mark as a bottom for near term at least, and then the market would cross beyond 17,260 and it would take to 17,600. So adding long positions with a very tight hedge is a very good option at this particular place. The liquidity is massive at this particular point, and as well as here, because people are there watching out 17,200 levels very closely. So any close below above 17,250 260 would be a very good short positions at this particular place, and there is a very good supply zone as well at this particular place. So one we can add short positions here with a very tightly hedged, hardly 40 points risk, which would for the positional short, and we can take a ride from here. And if there is a pullback of around 150, 100 points, we can capture that particular space. So this is what the market perspective what I have on Nifty. Let's talk about Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty is a little bit stronger as compared to Nifty, and it has not shown a major sign of bearish move, which is seen in Nifty. If there is a pullback, a sharp pullback might happen easily till 4,400 and then taking us to 4,800 as well. And on the downside, if the as this is there is a breakdown of this particular trend line, and the weekly move was consolidating tightly range bound move. So as expected, market might extend this range as seen in Nifty as well. So it's roughly around 1500 levels, 1500 ATR value. So this might extend to somewhere 1900 or 1800 levels as well. So this would take us to somewhere above 14,800, and then there might be a pullback. So as we can see, this is a very strong compression zone, but this zone has been the demand zone has been taken out again and again. The zone has been exhausting again and again. So if there is a move on the downside, the intensity would be fierce, and that would take Nifty also at a very deeper level at 16,000 levels. So we need weakness in Bank Nifty for momentum to be picked up in Nifty. So let's see how the market would behave. If there is a strong close above 14,200 levels, then we can see a relief rally which would take us to somewhere between 4,800. And if there is a strong close above 4,800, then 42,400, 42,300 is also possible. So this is what the weekly perspective, weekly view we have for the coming week. And for the trade plan, we can execute few long positions at uh, these levels, but very tightly hedged, not very high conviction. But still, if anyone wants to go for long, they can execute some long positions at this particular place. There is a very strong demand zone, and then again there is a demand zone at this particular space. And on the short side, I would prefer taking short positions at 4,400 levels and then again on 4,800 levels. So there is a range extension. The trades would not be much for the coming week, as there might be some fierce move on both the sides. So it's better to have a small position size with tightly hedged for positional risk, and for intraday also small position size, because the change of direction is possible. So if there is some fierce move, then counter trend rally might be possible, as already three legs has happened. So there is a possible counter trend rally which might take us to even 42,600 levels as well, if there is a counter trend rally. So this is the perspective for Bank Nifty as well. So that's about it for the week, and happy trading. Thank you for joining with Trade with Talks, Jitesh Agarwal.